Let me ask you, how can you serve your customer best? Well, you can think like an emergency room doctor.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Today on the 5-Minute Sales Training, we'll look at sales questions that uncover buyer pain points. Welcome back, everyone, to the 5-Minute Sales Training. Just a special shout out to Kristin. We met on a very bumpy flight to Chicago, and she told me she was a big fan of the 5-Minute Sales Training. So, Kristin, this episode is dedicated to you, my friend. Hey, let me tell you, when a doctor in an emergency room meets a patient for the first time, what are they trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to save your life.
You might think that the idea is to identify the pain. Well, yes, but it's deeper than that. The real objective is to identify the source of the pain.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The pain is a symptom. The source of the pain is the problem. So take a home buyer who shares that their home feels cramped. That's the pain. But what's the source of the pain? It might be that most of the home doesn't feel cramped most of the time. But when all three teenagers are trying to get ready for school in the same bathroom, cramped is a tremendous understatement.
It's crowded in here.
Good salespeople understand the pain. Great salespeople dig deeper to understand the source of the pain. And I want to share with you 3 questions that can help you to do just that. All right, here's question number 1, and you can ask a customer this way. Hey, when specifically is this a problem? What exactly is going on when you experience that discomfort? Now, this is a version of the tell me more question that I am constantly preaching. Suppose a customer suggests that the townhome they're in right now is noisy. Now, you can probably assume that it's not noisy 24/7, so ask about the specifics.
Why what? Be specific, Bob.
Now, why is this important? Well, because as Roy and Taff points out in his book Story Getter, when a customer relives a situation, they also re-feel that situation. By asking your customer to elaborate, you get a stronger connection to their dissatisfaction. So be brave and dig deeper. Here's question number 2. Is the problem getting worse over time? Now, why ask this question? Because we can look at the past trajectory to determine whether the problem will only get worse if they stay where they are at. Hint, it will. Dissatisfaction tends to rise over time. So we're doing our customer a huge favor when we get them to realize that staying put will only prolong their issue.
You can't stay here.
So suppose you have a customer who tells you that their commute is really long. Ask them if that problem seems to be getting worse. It's likely that it has, of course, but as your customer acknowledges that the problem is getting worse, so too will they consider that they are already at a breaking point. The long commute is a pain. The frustration is the source of the pain. How do we get them to elaborate that to us? Question 3. Who else is affected by this? This is an advanced technique that I rarely see utilized, but man, is it powerful. You see, we have a fundamental need to take care of the people in our lives. So when we come to grip with the problems that others are experiencing, that turns out to be a very motivating force, a powerful motivating force. Here we're asking our customer to confront the pain that others are experiencing if this situation is not resolved. Suppose you have a customer who suggests that there's no privacy in the home, that we're all on top of one another. Now that's the symptom. What's the pain point? Well, I can start with either or both of the first 2 questions, but I can also add in, who else is being affected by this? Is it the children, teenagers, in-laws? Maybe just 2 people who need more private space. Look, it's easy to stop with the basic questions. It's easy to stop when you just hear the pain. But you're not about doing the easy thing, are you? Are you? You're about doing what is right for the customer. Hey, thanks for watching the 5-Minute Sales Training. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button too, please. But also, check out Builder 365, my new podcast wherever you get your podcasts, or you can go to jeffshore.com/podcast to learn more. But until next week, learn more, turn more.